Hey everybody, Chris here with just another little update of my 75-gallon Convict tank. I just wanted to, well, I've been wanting to make a video about this, for a while. I just basically want to talk about this tank and talk about the convicts in here for a little bit. Just, do a little explanation of the convicts that are in here because, it's kind of interesting. So there's the male right there, and then the pretty little female right there. And then as you can see, they've got about, I don't know, 50 babies maybe. They're about 2 weeks old at this point. There might be a little more than 50. They're all over the place. But, so that's them. That's the main pair. Now, just wanted to talk about them for a little bit. 2 years ago, I got a small male and female convict from my local PetSmart. Yes, I know PetSmart, but, it was the only place around where I could just find some nice little convicts. So I grabbed them, and that was, about 2 years ago. In fact, if you go onto my channel and into my videos, you can actually find a video about 2 years ago of that original pair of convicts. So, anyway, I got that original pair 2 years ago. They were in this exact tank, and that original pair, they bred, they spawned, and their babies, I let the babies grow up in the tank with the parents for, a month or so, and then I was in school one day, because I am a high school student. Well, this is my senior year now, so not for long. But 2 years ago, I went into my science teacher's classroom, and, I noticed he has a big 55-gallon fish tank in the room because he's into fish, but the tank was not running. There was no water in it, so obviously no fish in it, nothing was going on. So I said to my teacher, why don't we make things, a little more interesting in here and get this up and running and get some fish going in the tank? And he was completely, all for that. He got really excited. So we set the tank up, we cycled it, and then a couple weeks after we set it up and everything was all nice and cycled, I brought in a male and a nice-looking female of the offspring of that original pair that spawned 2 years ago. So I brought them in, and they are at my school right now in my science teacher's 55-gallon tank. And there's also a video of them on YouTube on my channel. If you want to look for that, you can see them. So this is where things get kind of tricky. It gets kind of confusing when I try to explain it, but I'll try to do my best here. Let's see. So that pair, the male and female that were born in my tank 2 years ago, I brought them to my school. And as soon as they were old enough to breed, because they're convicts, they of course did breed. So now, 2 years later, that pair is still at my school. The male is he's big, he's a solid, 5-6 inches. The female is about, 3.5, 4 inches. And they, recently, like 6 months ago or so, well, maybe not that long ago, but I don't know. The pair that's at school, they spawned, they've spawned a bunch of times, but this particular spawn, they had a really high success rate. They had a ton of babies. So I took a male and female from their batch, and the male and female that I took is in this tank. There's the male, and there's the female. So this pair that's in here are the children of the pair at my school, and the pair at my school are the children of my original pair from 2 years ago, which I no longer have. So these fish are all related. They're all directly related, actually. And as you can see, they've got, this pair has spawned, and they have a bunch of babies here. So it'll be very interesting to see what these babies look like once they, grow up and get a bit older. I'm hoping because as we've gone down the line here, the females have just gotten prettier and prettier. So I'm hoping that the females from this batch will continue to have really awesome coloration and maybe even better coloration than their mother. So that should be interesting. So as these babies get older, what I might do is continue doing what I've been doing. I might take a nice male and a nice female and breed them together and see what their offspring looks like, and see if I can just get a really, really pretty convict. What I want to be careful of, though, what I don't want to do is, line breeding can get tricky when you go so far down the line and you're just, working with basically the same genes. You can eventually get to the point where you've bred brother to sister, for too many generations, and then you start seeing, physical deformities and mutations. And some of the mutations can just be like visual, like mutations color-wise. Like maybe, let's say, the bars on the convicts, the bars don't, they're not complete bars, they're broken. Or they have little blotches of black where the bars would be. But then you see, actual physical deformities and mutations which you don't want to see, like, messed up fins, or, their mouth or something is deformed. So far I haven't run into any of those problems, and I'm hoping that I won't, but that's just something to be mindful of, and be careful with. So, I may not, continue to breed, these generations down too much longer. I love the coloration on the female of the pair right here, and I just want to see if I can make, if these guys can produce babies that will be, even more colorful. So that's the goal here. Sorry, this pair currently is fighting with my other newly formed pair in the tank. That male right there, he's completely unrelated to all the fish in here. But that little female that is his mate, she is that one's sister. So the two females in here are related. That female also came from my school. She's not as colorful as the mother back there, because the mother over here, she's bigger than that one is, so she's more dominant and everything. But they are both carrying those very colorful genes. So yeah, that's just a little explanation of the convicts in the tank and what I'm doing with them. Here's some full tank shots here. That pair is sort of taken over that little cave under the rock, and these guys just kind of roam around wherever they want. They take the babies all over the place. And also, I've had one person mention something about these rock towers, saying that the rocks are going to fall over and kill my fish. They're not. I built them. I just took aquarium silicone, and I basically siliconed a bunch of rocks together to make these little rock towers, because I don't know, I thought they looked neat. So yeah, that's just a little explanation of this tank. Sorry I ranted on for so long. It's tricky to explain sometimes. I've explained this to, some of my friends, and they're like, "Chris, what the hell are you talking about? Going to get something to eat." So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll continue to do updates of this pair and their fry as the fry get older, and yeah, that should be pretty exciting. So again, thank you guys, and we'll talk to you later.